Today I put out my review of Alvin and the Chipmunks The Road Chip, so today I'm going to rank all 4 Alvin and the Chipmunks movies from the worst to the best. Obviously, coming in at last place as number 4 is The Road Chip. With the exception of movies like A Goofy Movie, the road trip plot is the plot you use when you've run out of ideas. And that's also true with this film. None of the jokes in this movie work, the plot isn't all that interesting, and even the studio knew it was a bad movie because they released it on the same exact day as Star Wars The Force Awakens. The only mildly good part about this movie is Tony Hale, because he at least seems to be having fun, even if he's not given that much to work with, but the rest of the movie is just bad. Number 3, Chipwrecked. You could tell this was the point where the franchise started to mildly run out of steam because they don't even bother to take the time to set up the story. They just throw the audience into it because they're just lazy. The whole plot is very contrived. The way they bring David Cross back for yet another one of these films is very contrived. The only mildly interesting aspect of this film is Jenny Slate. She provides some mild laughs. Number 2, Alvin and the Chipmunks The Squeakquel. This is actually a pretty decent movie. It at least seems like they tried with this one. Introducing the Chipettes in the sequel was a good idea. It feels like a natural continuation. But I do feel, to some degree, that this film is a bit of a rehash of the first film. Because, and they get rid of Jason Lee in this movie pretty early on. So they were at least somewhat merciful. And I do like Zachary Levi, but his performance is kind of mixed. It seemed like they didn't really let him give a natural performance. A lot of his humor feels very forced and awkward. But this is still a mildly enjoyable sequel. But coming in at first place is Alvin and the Chipmunks from 2007. This feels like this actually had passion behind it. The filmmakers actually wanted to revamp Alvin and the Chipmunks for a new generation, and I think they did a pretty good job. They kept the spirit of the original source material, while at the same time making it fresh enough for the 21st century. The script, despite some of its lower brow and more questionable humor, still seems like there is a lot of heart put into it. It genuinely feels like they wanted to make a movie the original creator would be proud of, and I think they turned out as good a movie as they could. So it comes in at number 1. So go to share your ranking of the 4 live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, and I will see you next time.